the next instalment of the cookery and conversation. Hope you enjoyed the last one, the pancakes. I think they went down really well. Today we're doing something a little bit more technical, and that is chicken chorizo. Now I've just handled some chicken here. I've got some chicken breasts here. You can use thighs, drumsticks, whatever. They're there. I've just handled them, so I better just go and wash my hands. Should have done that already. Never mind. Preheat your oven to 180, but I'm a little bit away from that at the moment. Right. Well, James Martin always tends to, when he gets garlic, he always gets that knife, doesn't he? And he puts some salt on it and kind of like rubs off the knife. But forget about all that. Just use a good old Bob Standard grater. Crush that nicely. There we are. And that's such an easy way of doing it. I don't know why these top chefs always have to complicate things, and there's a load of salt everywhere, and then you've got to tip a load over your right shoulder. But there we are, and you've got all your nice bit of garlic there. Now just be careful when you're chopping up the onion that you kind of do it not on the slant or on the hoof. If you're left-handed like me, it's an absolute pain. I was doing it the other day, and I was chopping it one way and then chopping it the other, and then the knife just went straight across my finger. Okay, well, we're getting there now, but what you've got to make sure you do when you're doing this is just get rid of all the debris which is on the side. There's nothing worse having loads of clutter, because like a cluttered surface is a cluttered mind, and imagine you're sweeping the patio or something and you've got all this kind of debris here. So anyway, so the last thing to chop up at the moment, we've chopped up 2 sticks of celery, 2 medium-sized onions, some garlic there, and now I'm going to do a red pepper. Chop it down the middle, like so, and then give it a good hoof. You know, really do, you know, get stuck in there. You know, don't be afraid. You know, just kind of tackle this beast. A good old dice. There we go. And I'll come back in. Same with the yellow pepper. Give it a bit of oomph, crush it. Don't care what you do with it. It's going in a casserole. It's not going into a modelling competition. You know, you've really got to be brutal with these things. So give it a good old. So now you've got a really nice display here of an assortment of colours. You're wondering what this is? Yes, yeah, a few jokes, I'm sure. This is chorizo. This comes from Spain. Basically Spanish sausage, but just be warned, don't chop it up as it is, because it has a skin on it. Yeah. So what we're going to do is get the skin off. So what you got to do is run a sharp knife. Again, just watch your wrists here and watch your fingers. Run a sharp knife down the side there, and then basically what you got to try and do is peel. All right, so there you are. Can you see it's got a nice skin down the middle there, and if you've got to be really careful and really patient, and you haven't had too much Coca-Cola and get the shakes, then you can peel this off. I'm going to do something slightly different to what it says on the recipe here. Oh no, the flipping phone's going now. Got the oil nice and hot, medium heat. We need to kind of get that chicken going browned. We'll just brown that off very quickly. Spun that in, just here, I'll just randomly spun that in. And what we're going to do as well is to infuse those flavours with a bit of chorizo as well. So give that a good old stir around. Get the old chorizo in, you know, bung that in. Just make sure that's nice and small. The oils of this will start to come out. Now let's get that nice and brown. Start turning a bit. You need one of these slotted spoons here, so you know, so what we want to do is just get rid of get all of the chicken and the chorizo out, put that aside, so we've still got the oils in there, and then we're going to put all the vegetables in and bung that all in together. Flavour which we're going to put to one side, and then we're going to get all of these veggies put in. Then there we go, so just be brutal, get it all in. There we go. All of this lovely veg, so it can all combine, all these flavours. All that garlic. There we go. And Now we're going to give this a good old stir. What we'll do is cover this. What we'll do is we'll sit that on top of that, and we'll just let that brown off, saute off. Now we're going to do the, oh, where the heck is the, we're going to do this stock. Now if you want to make your own chicken stock, that's fine, but I really don't want to be bothered with all that malarkey. You should do the trick. There you go. Nice chicken stock pot. Get yourself a little teaspoon. There you go, get that all in. 150 mils. Straight in. I mean, you haven't got to be exact, but there you go. Actually, I might be brave and just put stock is. Right, whizzing this round now, nice and hot. Make sure you've got boiling water. Nothing worse. You don't want to use lukewarm water. But you've got crunchy vegetables, really, or crunchy onions. Oh, that's really one of my bugbearers, is having crunchy onions and crunchy peppers. You know, you live and learn. You're in control. Remember, you're always in control of the cooker. The cooker's not in control of you. You can always turn things down. Of course, as I was saying before, when you're doing these culinary delights, they do take a bit of time, but just make sure you keep your work surfaces nice and clear. There's nothing worse than having work surfaces that are cluttered. And this is nice now. This is kind of settling down now a bit. And you smell those flavours now. They're all infusing with one another. I might just put the lid back on that for a minute. And then what we'll do in a minute is we're getting the chicken. I've been affected by the big freeze this week. Oh, I'm fed up.
Blimey.
Yeah, this big freeze. Oh, do you know, there was even a programme on Channel 5 the other day about Big Freeze Live 39. It's like, oh, just get yourself stuck behind a couple of lorries and hope for the best. Yeah, they were stuck there, and they kind of like, you know, well, we're stuck here for another 12 hours, and if I live in there, if I put my what do you call, I don't know, you know what I mean, not wipers, you know, your window goes down. Thaw coming now, so that'll be something else they can talk about. Oh, this is nice now. This is nice. Now, once your onions are kind of starting to go a little bit kind of paler and almost see-through, because all this is going to retain all that goodness, all those vegetables. In the tomatoes, just get, you know, it doesn't matter, just get a Bob Standard, everyday essential. I think these are mouldy, but any sort of cheap one will do. This is one of your 5 a day, you know, so that's good. So, you know it's cheap, because normally the more expensive ones you can just pull straight off, but anyway. You've got a good old tin opener, so let's get that open. 400, make sure it's a 400 grams, is it? Oh yeah, 400 gram tin. And in a minute, what we're going to do is we're going to put the butter beans, and we're going to put the stock, and we're going to put all of this in with this, and then of course we're going to just let it, and we're going to put it in the oven. That's panic, but just relax, you know, just have a drink, you know, have a couple of drinks, you know, just make sure that it's not, you know, overly stressful for you. And it's really helpful now if you're going to use paprika, or not just any old paprika, but use some genuine. I think this is Spanish. This is kind of, you know, straight off the boat from Madrid, I think. Hot this, you can't. Oh God, that was a bit tough. Right. So what we're going to do, we need about 2 tablespoons. Heavy duty stuff though, so, and then just scatter it along there, and another. A bit more, you know, just put the bloody lot in. Oh, smell coming off that. It's like a sort of like a smokehouse, barn house. Oh, it's lovely. Those smells coming out. Honestly, if you've got a bunged up nose. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to get this lovely chicken and chorizo in here, and we're going to put that all in there with all of these flavours. Imagine. And then what we need is get another spoon. The reason why, we need to kind of like just mix this all together now. Get this all, flipping thing off, I can't hear myself speak. So what we're going to do is get that all all in there. Look at all that loveliness, you know. And then just nestle that right in there. And then what we're going to do is add the tomatoes and also add the chicken stock, which has been sitting there for a good while now. Put that all in there and then just spoon that all and just work that. It's like sort of a piece of art, really, isn't it? I mean, this could be a sort of an exhibition in the Royal Albert. Not the Royal Albert Hall. What's the magic? What have I done with the butter beans? Oh, they're here. Get the butter beans in as well. Bung them in. There we are. Don't be too soft for this. You've got to really be in control. Really kind of work your magic. None of this namby-pamby stuff. Probably there's always an ingredient you forget, isn't there? And I don't think I have forgotten any other piece of ingredient. I think there's enough there, certainly. Right, so we're going to put that in there now. So what's the time now? It's 6:10, so probably around about 7 o'clock. And then we are. And then what we'll do, we'll show you when always make sure that you're washed up afterwards really well. You really do want your water at a nice optimum temperature of at least 53 degrees centigrade, because if there's any less, then all these nasty germs aren't going to be dead. So it's not just the cooking, it's not just the fun side. You've got to do the the sort of the mundane stuff as well. And probably your first job is always going to be as a washer-upper somewhere, and probably at Hamptons. Yes. So there we are. So make sure, especially with the chicken's bin, you get that a good old wash. And if you're anything like me, you've got asbestos. What we're going to do now, we're just going to do these with some noodles, and then we've also got some green beans. So we're just going to a few little noodles. We don't need too many, and then just put a lid on that. And we're going to have a little look at it. And if you're not happy with it, you can always put it back. Here we are now. I'm going to show you. Look at that. Now look at that. Doesn't that look good? What I'm going to do now is just give this a quick season. And what it might be nice to do, especially with a few of you, just mush the chicken up a little bit as well. Now, if it's a bit thin, if this chicken is a bit on, if the sauce is a bit on the thin side, and this is actually all right, then you can always put a bit of corn flour in it. A little bit of seasoning. Again, don't be shy. The main thing is just test it. Now, someone said to me, ow! Flipping heck. Someone said to me the other day, I got some corn flour, trying to thicken something up. I put a load in, and I got loads of lumps. Well, of course you're going to get lumps. What you've got to do, if you're thickening stuff up, make sure just get a little bit. It's snowing, so just a tiny bit. You don't need too much, and put cold water in it. That's the key. There, it's like milk now. There you go. All right. So put that in. There we are. And we'll thicken up 5 minutes. So, ow! Fucking forgetting to do. Never mind. I think the problem is once you've had a drink, everything starts to become a bit of a blur. If you want me to show you a particular dish, then please do subscribe to the Cookery and Conversation. Tell your friends, come on to here. We have lots of chats about things. If there's any topics that you particularly want to talk about, then please do get in touch. Please press that subscribe button. You know, it's good old honest food, good old conversation, and you know, we can do almost anything. Here we have the leftover plates from the chicken chorizo, and Ben hasn't left too much. There's a tiny bit of chicken there. I might have that for breakfast. And Ollie, he's left everything. He's eaten everything chorizo, chicken, all the vegetables. And Sarah's still eating at the moment. So what did you think of it then, Ben? Good. Without actually pointing the camera on your face, because I know you don't want me to do that. What do you think?
Good.
Good. Just good. So would you pay for that?
No.
Oh, alright, fair enough.